Nope, nope.
Yeah, everybody stand up. That doesn't exist.
No laying down either, okay?
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 5 a.m. calendar on July 14th, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this. Not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders are going to be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save your legal questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or if you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. Here's how the morning's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First name I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. Then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Could I please get LaQuina Hodge to the podium? Jamie Holzer to the chair, please. Hi, name and date of birth, please.
LaQuina Hodge, 9/26/88.
Thank you. You're here today on 2 failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date's going to be July 21 in the downtown Superior Court. For your first failure to appear warrant, I'm going to be affirming the bond set by your judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond. On your second failure to appear warrant, your judge has requested that you be held non-bondable at this time. So, ma'am, you're going to be held non-bondable on your second warrant. Please don't try to pay that $500 bond on the other one because they won't let you out. Your next court date, again, is going to be on July 21 in the downtown Superior Court. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Right.
Jamie Holzer to the podium. Luis Tafoya to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
Jamie Holzer, 12/9/94.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for kidnapping, a Class 2 felony, aggravated assault, a Class 4 felony, unlawful imprisonment, a Class 6 felony, resisting arrest, a Class 6 felony. I'm not finding probable cause as to the aggravated assault. I am finding probable cause as to the remaining 3 charges. I will only be considering those remaining 3 charges. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 21 and July 23rd in the downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $45,000. If you're able to post bond, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there's any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. You may not live with the alleged victim, even if you're the owner or renter of the property, and you may have no contact with the victim whatsoever by any means. You're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Why don't you step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Luis Tafoya to the podium. Michael Forney to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
April 29, 1982.
Name?
His name is Luis, capital letter L, lowercase u, lowercase s, lowercase I, lowercase s.
What's your last name, sir? You don't have to spell it.
My last name?
Yes, sir.
My last name is Tafoya, capital letter T,
That's okay, sir.
lowercase a, lowercase f, lowercase o, lowercase l, lowercase a of the family, Tafoya.
All right. Thank you, sir. You're here today on
And,
two failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 21 in the downtown Superior Court for both of your cases. Actually, no, I apologize. Your next court dates are July 21 and July 22 in the downtown Superior Court. I am setting secured appearance bonds of $2,000 cash on each one. So you have a bond of $4,000 cash between both of your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Also, if you bond out, you must continue to obey the order of protection that's put out against you. Finally, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, sir?
Also, for the record, I want to say that I'm not the name on your docket. I'm not the name on the docket, and I ask for an identity hearing.
Okay, sir. Talk to your defense counsel about that, and he'll set that identification hearing.
All right.
Thank you.
Go ahead and have a seat.
Michael Forney to the podium. Stephen Rodriguez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth.
Michael Forney, 11/08/1993.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 4 counts of trafficking and stolen property, a Class 2 felony, 4 counts of organized retail theft, a Class 4 felony, 1 count of shoplifting, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm not assigning you an attorney because I'm not finding that you're indigent at this time. But sir, by the time of your next court date, if you're unable to hire your own attorney, would you please request the judge to assign you an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Your next court dates are going to be July 21 and July 23rd in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If you're able to post bond, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not enter any Target stores or their premises. Final, please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Stephen Rodriguez to the podium. Robert Bernal to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Esteban Carlos Rodriguez, 10/13/1985.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your first name. You're here today in a Justice Court new case. You've been arrested for disorderly conduct, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is July 17th at the White Tank Justice Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Robert Bernal to the podium. Simonita Martinez to the chair, please.
Hey, take your arms up, sir. Please.
Name and date of birth, please.
Robert Brown, 9/21/76.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and a Superior Court arrest warrant. Let me talk to you about your first arrest, please. Your first felony arrest. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 21 and July 23rd in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $200. You also have a Superior Court arrest warrant. Probable cause is previously found for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back in October of 2024. I am assigning you an attorney on that as well. Your next court dates are July 21 and July 23. I'm affirming the bond set by the judge in that case. It's an $800 secured appearance bond. So for both your cases, $1,000 secured. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Simonita Martinez to the podium. Ann Piscatelli to the chair, please.
Hello.
Hi, name and date of birth, please.
Simonita Maria Martinez, October 14th, 1983.
Thank you. You're here today on a justice court warrant and a municipal court new case. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for shoplifting, a class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm signing you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 23rd. That's at the Goodyear City Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $250. You also have a justice court warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's July 17th. It's at the Agua Fria Justice Court. I'm going to reduce that bond to $50, so total $300 secured. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not enter any Target stores or their premises.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Paperwork. Ann Piscatelli to the podium. Jennifer Richardson to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Anne Marie Piscatelli, August 17, 1956.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court new case. You've been arrested for 2 counts of assault, class 1 misdemeanor, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be July 23rd. That's at the Goodyear City Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $750. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there's any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. Most importantly, if you bond out, you may not live with any of the alleged victims, even if you're the owner or renter of the property. You're allowed 1 civil standby with local law enforcement to return to collect any essential belongings. You're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a class 6 felony.
Sir, may I talk?
Sure.
The person that assaulted me and her brother have a, what do they call it? She has a restraining order that was never processed. I mean, I had a restraining order on her. That happened last year. I have no place to live. I cannot live. I have major health issues. This is my husband's house. I'm trying to find a place to live.
So,
and I have 2 animals.
Ma'am, before you go any further, in terms of that unserved order protection, ma'am, that's something you have to talk about with your defense counsel. I guess the main question I have for you is, do you live with either of the victims?
They forced themselves to live in that house.
Ma'am, you don't have someplace else to go?
No.
No friends you can stay with?
No, I have no one.
All right. So, ma'am, at this point, given what I have before me in terms of the police report, I'm going to still be affirming my orders. What you're going to have to do then is, unfortunately, stay at a shelter. There's a list of shelter numbers back in the facility. Once you get back there, you're going to have to call them. In terms of your health issues, please keep in touch with the detention officers and inform them of your health needs so that they can take care of whatever health needs that you have.
I can't take cold or hot. I have major heart and lung and blood issues.
Ma'am, given what I have before me, I'm going to be affirming the bond that I have, okay? So please keep in touch with the detention officers. In terms of the animals, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to call animal control to come take care of them. Well, please start to your left for your paperwork, ma'am. Jennifer Richardson to the podium. Giancarlo Betancourt to the chair, please.
Ma'am, I said debrief, not you.
Name and date of birth, please.
Jennifer Richardson, 9/26/72.
Thank you. You're here today on a justice court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's July 17th. That's at the Arrowhead Justice Court. I'm reducing your bond to $100. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork, ma'am.
Am I getting released?
$100 bond.
Oh,
All right. John Carlo Betancourt to the podium. Jordan Morris to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
4897, John Carlo Bencourt.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's going to be July 17th. That's at the Peoria City Court.
Yes, sir.
I'm reducing your bond to $100. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Okay.
Why don't please start to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
There you go.
Thank you.
Jordan Morris to the podium. Landon Ross to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Jordan Morris, 06-15-99.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court new case. You've been arrested for criminal damage, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's July 23rd. That's at the Goodyear City Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $100. If you're able to bond out, you can't return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there's any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. Finally, you may have no contact with any of the victims whatsoever by any means. You're cautioned that a violation of a no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Well, please step to your left for your paperwork, sir.
All right, thank you.
Right here.
Landon Ross to the podium. Amber Adair to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
August 23rd, 1963.
Name, please.
Landon Ross.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 21 and July 23rd in the downtown Superior Court. Does he have a Mesa hold?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, it was my intention to release you, but sir, it looks like you have another warrant out of the city of Mesa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a placeholder bond of $50, just so you can get credit for time served.
Okay,
Let me finish up first, sir. Sir, if you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. What's your question, sir?
well, I don't understand what you said on the second warrant, or,
Yeah, the city of Mesa has a warrant for you, and so I'm not sure.
$1,000.
So you have a $1,000 bond with Mesa, which I can't control. So I want you to get credit for the time that you're in custody. So that's why I'm setting that small $50 bond. So you keep on getting credit for time served on your felony case, okay?
okay, and, I was planning on going to rehab. I do want some help.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. So what you're gonna have to do, once you get this, once your case is through, you're gonna have to talk to your judge, and the judge, given your criminal history, I don't wanna make any promises. I'm not your trial judge. You're probably gonna get probation, and with probation, they can order you into rehab, okay?
Okay.
All right, sir. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Amber Adair to the podium. Brian Saraceno to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Amber Adair, 8/21/84.
Thank you. You're here today on the Superior Court new case.
Yes.
You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 29 and July 31st in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
And do you promise to follow these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to appear on July 29 and July 31 in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand if you don't show up, a warrant will issue for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own cognizance. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Brian Saraceno to the podium. Louis Dunn to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Brian Saraceno, August 5th, 1986.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are July 29 and July 31 in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're going to be placed on supervised release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
I'm sorry, did you say supervised?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to appear on July 29 and July 31 in the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand if you don't show up, a warrant will issue for your arrest?
Yes, I do.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You have to call them during normal business hours. If you fail to call them, you'll end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right. Please start your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
For the final 3 individuals, I'll be visiting them back at their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Jeffrey Myers, date of birth 6/5/79, is here on a Superior Court new case. Arrested for armed robbery, Class 2 felony, aggravated assault, Class 5 felony, resisting arrest, Class 6 felony. Not finding probable cause as to aggravated assault, Class 5 felony. I am finding probable cause as to the other 2 charges. I am assigning counsel. Next court dates are July 21 and July 23rd in the downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $75,000. If he's able to post bond, pretrial services supervision, the electronic ankle monitoring, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Colby Stewart, date of birth 5/17/93, is here on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. As to his new case, he's arrested for 4 counts of endangerment, Class 6 felony, 1 count of DUI, Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of hit and run, Class 1 misdemeanor. I have found probable cause. I'm assigning counsel. Next court dates are July 21 and July 23rd in the downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $8,000. He also has a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Next court dates are July 21 in the downtown Superior Court. Setting a secured appearance bond of $250. If he's able to post bond, he'll be placed on pretrial services supervision, alcohol and drug testing and monitoring, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must contact his PO within 3 days. Carlos Beltran is here on 3 municipal court warrants and 3 probation violation warrants. As to his probation violation warrants, I am assigning counsel. Next court dates July 21 in the downtown Superior Court. For setting secured appearance bonds of $750, $500, and $2,500. As to his municipal court warrants, they're all out of the Surprise Municipal Court. I am assigning counsel. Next court date on all 3 of those is July 22nd, again at the Surprise Municipal Court. Setting secured appearance bonds of $50, $50, and $50. If he's able to post bond in all of his cases, he's not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must contact his PO within 3 days. After visiting these individuals back at their cell, if I'm to make any changes to these release conditions, I will come back on the record to make those changes. Mr. Dunn to the podium, please. Hi, sir, could you please remove your hat?
Yes, sir, sorry.
Name and date of birth, please.
Louis Dunn, 10/23/81.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on what's called a fugitive of justice warrant. It's also called an extradition warrant. Did you have a chance to read that white card?
I did. I didn't really understand it.
Okay, that's why I'm here, sir. At this point right now, if you choose to do nothing at all, you have an extradition hearing set on July 28th in the downtown Superior Court. You have a $75,000 cash bond set on that case, as the state of Tennessee wants you back. If you're able to post that $75,000 cash bond, you're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. So, sir, what that white card says is this. You have 3 basic rights under that white card. You have a right to a hearing. That hearing is currently set on July 28th. You have a right to hire your own attorney. You don't get a free attorney because this is a civil hearing, and so you have a right to hire your own counsel. If you have your hearing, there's usually a public defender who's sitting there to answer basic questions, but they're not your personal attorney. And then finally, your 3rd right under this is you have the right for the governor of Arizona, the governor of Tennessee to both sign warrants to have you extradited out of Arizona back to Tennessee. That whole process after July 28th takes 60 to 90 days. So that is basically what the white card says are your basic rights under extradition. So here's your alternative. If you choose to waive those rights or give up those rights, you'll be held non-bondable, meaning there's no amount of money that'll get you out. But starting from today, the state of Tennessee will have 30 days to come and get you. If Tennessee doesn't come and get you in 30 days, you will be released. So those are your two options. And actually, one question I asked too is, do you have anything else going on in the state of Arizona in terms of court cases?
No, sir.
All right, and so that complicates things, but as long as you have nothing else going on, your options are to waive your hearing, then Tennessee will have 30 days to come get you. If they don't come get you,
So I have to sit in jail for 30 days?
correct.
How,
So-
is there any possibility way of getting out?
No, sir, well, unless you have 75,000 cash.
Fuck.
So, sir, yeah.
Pardon my French, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
No, okay, it's all right. But sir, those are your two options you have. It's either 75,000 cash, you wait until the hearing on July 28th, see if you win or lose. I don't have a crystal ball, but typically it's people will get extradited. And then, so with Tennessee will have 60 to 90 days after that July 28th date. Otherwise, if you choose to not have your hearing, they got 30 days to come get you.
I'm sorry, I don't really understand any of this, and I can't get an attorney, I don't have money for one, I'm homeless.
Understood, sir. So typically what I do in this instance, because you do have fundamental rights under extradition, if you don't understand what's going on, I let you have the hearing because those are the rights that you have under that big white card. So sir, at this point, if you're not sure, if you're on the fence of what to do, I'm going to be firming your hearing on July 28th. At that point, at least you'll have a chance to ask a couple questions or a few questions of that attorney that's sitting there.
Can I bond out before then?
Sir, again, you need 75,000 cash to bond
Okay.
out. So sir, I'll be affirming that date. Again, $75,000 cash bond. If you bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. All right, sir? If you want to wait over there, there's going to be some paperwork for you. This concludes the 5 a.m.
Have
calendar.
a seat. I'll get your paper.
I already signed it.
Okay. Pretty good. 1 minute. 24 minutes. Pretty good. The one lady was 68 years old. She looks pretty good. Looks younger than me. Huh? I was saying she didn't have anywhere else to go. 68. Looks pretty good. One with his breath. Oh, yeah. If they ever look in. It's scary. You guys look too old. I'm gonna do your house call.
All right, thank you.
There you go. Drop these off in ID.
very large bond. Okay?
My return date is the 21st, so I will be back much before then. Thank you so much.
And I would suggest contacting your attorney to make sure that if there are any hiccups with your travel plans back here, that can at least be filed as a part of your case. I am appointing the public defender's office. Their contact information is going to be in that paperwork. You have to be back by the 28th.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that. And take a seat. Mohammed Farrakhan to the podium, and Mark Wall to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Mohammed Farrakhan, 11/18/1987.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West Mesa Justice Court. It's for a case involving theft, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will appoint you I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the West Mesa Justice Court on July 29th at 8:30. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not have contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no possessing any drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Okay.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No time.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Mark Wall to the podium, and Abel Mendoza to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Mark Wall, 8/26/62.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, and criminal trespassing, Class 3 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on July 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today to the supervision of pretrial services. You're going to get an envelope as you leave court today that has details on pretrial release. Make sure you read through that. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no possessing any weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Who will I see right now to be released?
They're going to take you over to processing. You should be released today.
Okay, thank you.
Abel Mendoza to the podium, and Zane Santa Cruz to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Abel Mendoza, 11/16/2005.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of racing, exhibition of speed, which is a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on July 29th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 31st at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance, but there are some orders you have to follow. I am ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, and I'm ordering that you may not drive any motor vehicle until further order of this court. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Zane Santa Cruz to the podium, and Ahmed Lafghani to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Jeanne Santa Cruz, May 19, 1994.
Thank you, and I apologize for mispronouncing your name. That was not my intention.
It's okay.
We are here today on a municipal court new case out of the Buckeye Municipal Court. You were arrested on allegations of criminal damage, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Buckeye Municipal Court on July 29th at 2 p.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance, but there are some orders you have to follow. I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and that you may not have any uninvited contact with the alleged victim unless the alleged victim consents. If the alleged victim does not consent or revokes consent at any point in time during this case, then you must cease contact. You must not live with the victim. No contact at any point in time until further order of the court. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, so to live together, he's the father of my children. We do have 2 autistic children together. So this is my first time being in this situation.
Understandable. So, and that's part of the reason why I'm ordering no uninvited contact. If he's okay with contact with you, then you may return to that location and have contact. But what I'm saying is if he does not want to have contact with you any longer, you must cease contact and move out of that residence.
Okay, and I do own a weapon. What do I do with it at this point?
So as a part of what I'm ordering is you do not possess any weapons at this point in time. They'll kind of guide you through processing on some of the procedures in order to get rid of that weapon. You can also have someone, third party, hold that for you if that's what's necessary. Make sure you go through the proper channels for that, though.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Ahmed Lafghani to the podium. Good morning, may I have your name and date of birth?
Ahmad Mola Afghani, 8/21/94.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the Agua Fria Justice Court. It's on a case involving driving with a suspended license. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Agua Fria Justice Court on August 4th at 10:30 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. I am going to order as a part of your release that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. And officers, is there a reason why Maria Ledum and then Jordan DiMuccio cannot be brought to court today?
Yeah, Maria was unable to function, screaming, yelling, and
Okay.
GP. And then Jordan was unable to control his bodily functions and having issues in general population.
Okay. I will find that both these individuals are a danger to themselves or others if they were brought to court. I will conduct their initial appearance at their cell. For number 15, Maria Ledum, we're here on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5. I will appoint an attorney, set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on July 21st at 8:30, and I will issue a secured appearance bond today in the amount of $250. For number 17, Jordan DiMuccio, we're here on a Superior Court new case. Arrested on allegations of 3 counts of artifice, intent to facilitate shoplifting, class 4 felonies. I will find probable cause and appoint an attorney, set a status conference on July 21st at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on July 23rd at 8:30, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $1,000. I will conduct each of these initial appearances at their cell and provide them with a written copy of their orders. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I will do so either on the record or in writing. That does conclude the 8 a.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 11 a.m.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Yeah? Okay, good morning, everybody. My name is Commissioner Hughes. This is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for Monday, July 14th. The court's orders for the taking of DNA samples and fingerprints issued on the first calendar of July will apply to all of these hearings. As we get started in here this morning, I will call each of you into the courtroom one at a time. I will ask one of you to stand behind the gray podium here in front of me in the courtroom. I'll ask the next two people I intend to call into the courtroom to line up in the two blue chairs right inside this door. So if you would please listen carefully for your name, you'll go from where you are now to the second chair, from there to the first chair, from the first chair into the courtroom. I know that seems a little bit odd, but I promise you all that will make this calendar run much faster than if you just went from where you are now into the courtroom. Once you work your way into the courtroom and you're behind the podium, the first thing I will do is ask you to state your full name and date of birth. Then I will explain to you why you're here. You all have the right to the assistance of counsel in a criminal case. When you're in the courtroom, I will tell you whether you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer, sometimes called a public defender. Whether or not you qualify for a public defender, you always have the right to hire a private lawyer to represent you if you choose to. When you're in here, I will also give you the next court hearing dates and times you'll be required to attend after this court hearing. And the last thing we'll do while you're in the courtroom is talk about whether you are legally eligible for release from custody. If you are, we will go over on what terms and conditions you can be released. In addition to that right to the assistance of counsel, you all also have the right to remain silent in a criminal case. These are recorded criminal proceedings. That means anything that you do choose to say in the courtroom this morning will be preserved on the recording, and it could be used against you at any point down the line. You will not have a lawyer representing you here in the courtroom this morning. Because there won't be a lawyer in here for you, and because any statements that you make could eventually be used against you, I will strongly caution all of you not to make any statements regarding the facts about why you're here. I encourage you all to save any statements, questions, comments that you feel inclined to make about the facts of your case. Save those for a hearing where you have a lawyer present to discuss that with before you make any statements on the record that you then can't take back. Last thing I'll tell you all before we get started is that all of the information that you get while you're in the courtroom will be contained in a written document called a release order. You will be handed a copy of that document when you're done in the courtroom and you step back into the room that you're in right now. Please keep that paperwork with you wherever you go from here. As long as you keep that paperwork, in that paperwork, you'll still have access to your next court dates, times, address, phone number, all the information you got while you were in the courtroom. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Can I please ask to have Amy Durgin all the way into the courtroom behind the gray podium in front of me? Mario Franco Coda, if you would please take a seat in this first chair right inside the door. Sean Schreiber, if you would please take a seat in the second chair. Come on in right behind this podium. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Amy Durgan,
And what's your date of birth?
May 24, 83.
Thank you very much. You are here on two different matters. The first matter that you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are one count of narcotic drug possession, a Class 4 felony, and one count of drug paraphernalia possession, a Class 6 felony. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I have appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings on those new allegations will be a status conference July 21st and then a preliminary hearing July 23rd. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those new allegations, because they are felony offenses alleged to have been committed while you were on pretrial release in a different felony case, you are not eligible for release on bond. You will be held in custody without bail, at least until an evidentiary hearing is held. That hearing will take place July 21st at 1:30 in the afternoon. The second matter that you're here on is an allegation that those new drug charges violated Term 1 of your probation. On the probation matter, I've also appointed a lawyer to defend you. Your next court hearing in the probation case will be a revocation arraignment hearing July 21st at 8:30 in the morning, so same date and time as your first hearing on those new charges. On the probation matter, you have a $500 secured appearance bond, but because you are not eligible for release on those new charges, at least until your evidentiary hearing, you should wait until after your hearing on the 21st at 1:30 before attempting to post the bond on that probation case. Do you understand that information?
Yes.
Yes, okay, thank you, Ms. Sturgeon. If you'll get your paperwork, you can head back to your left. Mario Franco Coda, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. Schreiber, if you then shift over to the first chair, and then if I could have Jose Albaran Villalobos in the second chair. Mario Franco Coda? Officer, can you get him up for me? Yeah. He's the guy in the red jersey.
Coda.
Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Mario Alberto Franco Cota, 815
8/15, what was the year?
88.
88. Thank you, Mr. Coda. You are here on 6 different matters. The first 2 matters you're here on are both allegations of new charges. The first is allegations of new charges based on a new arrest. Those are 2 counts of narcotic drug possession for sale, both class 2 felonies. 1 count of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, and 1 count of possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense. Those last 2 are class 4 felonies. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings on those allegations will be a status conference July 21st, and then a preliminary hearing the 23rd, both at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those allegations, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is a grand jury warrant. A state grand jury was convened and found probable cause to return an indictment against you in that case. That indictment contains 1 count of dangerous drug possession for sale, a class 2 felony, 1 count of narcotic drug possession, and 1 count of possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense. Those last 2 are class 4 felonies. Those grand jury offenses are alleged to have been committed March 31st of 2023. In both of those new cases, I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing on the grand jury warrant will be an arraignment hearing July 22nd at 8:30. On the grand jury warrant, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. The last 4 matters you're here on are all allegations that the new charges violated term 1 of your probation. I've appointed a lawyer for you in all 4 probation cases. Your next court hearing in each of those 4 matters will be a revocation arraignment hearing July 21st at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On all 4 of those probation matters, you are not eligible for release on bond. That means you will stay in custody without bail at least until you see the probation judge on the 21st at 8:30. Because of that, you should wait until after that probation hearing before attempting to post your bond on either of the other cases. Do you understand that information, Mr. Coda?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. If you'll wait for your paperwork, then you can head back to your left. Sean Schreiber, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Mr. Albaran Villalobos, if you would shift over, if I could have Thomas Maho to the second chair, please. Can I have your name and date of birth?
Sean Schreiber, January 10th, 1981.
Thank you, Mr. Schreiber. You are here on allegations of new charges. The allegations against you are 5 counts of threatening and intimidating, 1 count of disorderly conduct, 3 counts of unlawfully making a threat through an electronic communication device, and 1 count of resisting arrest. They are all class 1 misdemeanors. I did find probable cause to support those allegations. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing. It'll be an arraignment hearing July 17th. It will be at 8:30, and it will be in the Santan Justice Court. On these allegations, you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. If that bond is posted, you cannot return to the scene where the alleged underlying events took place. You cannot have contact with any alleged victims or witnesses. You cannot possess weapons. You cannot consume alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription. And whether or not you are released, if any orders of protection or orders against harassment have been served upon you or are later served upon you, you are required to strictly comply with the terms of those orders. Do you understand those conditions?
I think so.
Okay, you'll get it all in writing, but if you have questions about your release conditions, now's your time to ask.
So as far as the release conditions go, like, how does that work? And after we're done here, am I able to go, or?
Can you ask me that again a little bit louder? I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Yes, I'm sorry. So after we're done here, am I able to go? Like,
So you have a bond. So you have a $5,000 secured appearance bond. There's 3 ways to post a bond. I'll tell you what they are. But if you post your bond in any of those 3 ways, you will go to the release process. Release can sometimes take several hours. But if you post that bond, yes, you would be released from custody, and then you would be required to comply with the written terms in your order. The 3 ways to get a bond posted are: 1, you can have somebody go to the 4th Avenue Bonds and Fines office and post that full amount on your behalf. 2 is you could use any money you have on your jail books, if you have any, to self-bond out. The 3rd option is you could use a bonding company. If you want to explore that option, back in the jail facility, there's a list of bonding companies and their phone numbers posted in various places. All of the companies on that list accept calls from the jail, and they're all open 24/7. So if you want to explore using a bonding company, you can find one of those lists and call 1, 2, or all of them. My general understanding is that bonding companies typically require somewhere between 10 and 20% up front, plus additional restrictions on the back end. So that's the 3rd way. You can explore that by calling any bonding company in the jail facility. Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much. I think we have your paperwork ready for you. You can grab it and then head back to your left. Did you reprint that one, Katrina? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Jose Alvaron Villalobos, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. LaCarson Smith, if you would please work your way to the 2nd chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Jose Albaran, 1210-2003.
Thank you very much, Mr. Albaran. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of theft of a means of transportation. It is a Class 3 felony. I did find probable cause to support that allegation, and I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 21st and then a preliminary hearing July 23rd. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that allegation, you have a $2,500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you cannot have contact with any alleged victims or witnesses of the underlying allegation, and you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Albaran. If you'll wait for your paperwork, you can head back to your left after.
Thank you.
Thomas Maho, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Jose Sotelo, if you would please work your way to the 2nd chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
It's Thomas Maho, February 20th, 1990.
Thank you, Mr. Maho. You are here on a probation violation warrant. A petition to revoke your probation alleges that you have violated terms 3 and 5. I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing will be a revocation arraignment hearing July 21st at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $750 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released, you are ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Maho. You can step back to your left and get your paperwork. LaCarson Smith, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Alicio Villa, if you would please work your way to the 2nd chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
LaCarson Smith, ma'am.
And what's your date of birth?
10/21/80.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. You are here on a bench warrant issued by the Superior Court when you failed to appear at a status conference in an existing felony drug case.
Yeah, my wife died.
You have a lawyer already assigned to you in that case. That lawyer is going to continue to defend you. Your next court hearing will be a new status conference July 21st. It'll be at 8:30 in the morning. That'll be followed by a preliminary hearing July 23rd, also at 8:30 downtown. On that warrant, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you are ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand your release conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Smith. You can step back and get your paperwork. Jose Sotelo, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Dulce Rico, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Jose Sotelo, 7583.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sotelo. You are here on a probation violation warrant. A petition to revoke your probation alleges that you have violated terms 4, 5, 6, and 15. I have appointed a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing will be a revocation arraignment hearing. It will be July 21st at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On that warrant, you have a $500 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you are ordered not to possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, sir. You can step back and get your paperwork. Alicio Villa, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Kevin Yazzie, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Alicio Villa? Are we sure?
He is very slow.
Okay.
Sleepy, slow.
Got it.
Hello, Judge.
Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Eliseo Villa,
And what's your date of birth?
2287.
Thank you, Mr. Villa. You are here on a bench warrant issued by the probation court when you failed to appear at a probation revocation arraignment hearing. You have a lawyer assigned to you in that case. That lawyer will continue to defend you.
Okay.
Your next court hearing will be a new revocation arraignment hearing. It'll be July 21st at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. And on that warrant, you have a $250 secured appearance bond. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot possess any weapons or any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Villa. You can step back to your left. Dulce Rico, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Tracy McGinty, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Dulce Rico, 8381.
Thank you, Ms. Rico. You are here on an allegation of a new charge. The allegation against you is one count of assault. It is a Class 1 misdemeanor. Because that is a misdemeanor offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. That means if you want to have a lawyer defend you against that allegation, you will have to hire a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing July 30th. It will be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the Goodyear Municipal Court. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody without having to post a bond. Upon your release, it would then be your responsibility to get to that court hearing July 30th. You would also be ordered not to return to the scene where the underlying events giving rise to this allegation took place. You could not have any contact with the alleged victim. If those orders mean that you are ordered not to return to your primary residence, you would be required to find an alternate residence at least until your first hearing on the 30th. You would be given one civil standby to have law enforcement escort you to the location where this occurred one time if you have essential items there that you need to retrieve.
But even if I'm on the lease of
That's true, even if you're on the lease, yeah.
Because the police officer had told me that when I get out to go put a restraining order so he could be removed and I could stay at the house with the kids.
Okay, so here's the deal. You can't, so I'll take off the requirement that you not return to the scene where the alleged events took place, but I'm not removing the restriction that you not have contact with the alleged victim.
Yeah, because he said he was going to leave.
Okay, so if he is not there, you can go back there.
Okay.
If he is there, you cannot be there.
Okay.
So if he has not left, once you're released from custody, if you go back there and he's there, that would violate these release conditions.
Okay.
So please don't be where he is. If he is gone, then you can go back there, you can stay there. Unless he comes back, then you would have to leave.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions or matters we need to address?
No.
Okay, we'll get your paperwork reprinted without restriction removed, and we'll bring it out to you when it's reprinted, if you'll take a step back to your left.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Rico. Kevin Yazzie, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Jose Romero, if you would please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Kevin Lauren Yazzie,
05/25/1998.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yazzie. You are here on a failure to appear warrant issued by the San Marcos Justice Court. The underlying allegation on that case is a criminal speeding allegation. Because it is a misdemeanor allegation, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you don't already have a lawyer working with you in that case, but you want one, you will have to hire a lawyer to represent you. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing July 29th. It'll be at 10 o'clock in the morning in the San Marcos Justice Court. I am intending to release you on your own recognizance, which means you would be released from custody. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to that hearing on the 29th. You would also be ordered upon release not to operate a motor vehicle if you don't have a valid driver's license and not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Yazzie, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Then you can step back and get your paperwork. Tracy McGinty, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Joseph Young, if I could ask you to please work your way to the second chair. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
My name is Tracy McGinty, 10/9/63.
Thank you, Mr. McGinty. You are here on a failure to appear warrant issued by the West Mesa Justice Court. The underlying allegation in that case is a misdemeanor criminal trespassing allegation. Because that's a misdemeanor offense, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you don't already have a lawyer in that case, but you want one, you will have to hire one to represent you. Your next court hearing will be an arraignment hearing July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. It will take place in the West Mesa Justice Court. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance, which would mean you would get out of custody and you would be responsible for getting yourself to your next court hearing. You would also be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription upon release. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. McGinty, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if you're released?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. Then you can step back and get your paperwork.
Thank you.
Jose Romero, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Seth Key, if I could ask you to please work your way to the second chair. Can I have your name and date of birth, please, sir?
Jose Romero, 6/25/1985.
Thank you, Mr. Romero. Okay, I am seeing you on a warrant issued by the Peoria Municipal Court. The underlying allegations in that case are disorderly conduct, criminal trespassing, and possessing an open container of liquor in a vehicle. They're all misdemeanor allegations. Because they're misdemeanors, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you don't already have a lawyer working with you in that case, but you want one, you will have to hire one to represent you. Your next court hearing on this warrant will be an arraignment hearing July 31st. It'll be at 9 o'clock in the morning in the Peoria Municipal Court. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance on this warrant. That would mean it would be your responsibility to get yourself to court on the 31st at 9 o'clock. Nobody would transport you. My records indicate that you were served this warrant, or this warrant was served upon you while you were in custody on something else. Yes. Do you anticipate that you will be out of custody on the 31st and able to get yourself to that court hearing?
Yes, today was my release date. I had a DUI intake.
Okay.
So.
All right. Very good. Sometimes people say, no, I'm serving a DOC sentence. I'm not going to be able to make that. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. I will leave that. I'll release you on your own. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't anticipate still being in custody.
Okay.
So that I didn't want you sitting in a cell while your hearing was going on and you weren't there.
I appreciate
So
it.
if you're otherwise going to get out, then we'll leave it that way. Once you're out of custody, make sure you get yourself to that court hearing on the 31st. And you can't possess any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription once you're out.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Romero.
Thank
You can step back and get your paperwork. Joseph Young, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Can I please have your name and date of birth?
Joseph Perry Young, Your Honor, 12/21/67.
Thank you very much, Mr. Young. You are here on a failure to appear warrant issued by the El Centro Justice Court. It looks like the underlying allegation in that case is a misdemeanor criminal trespassing allegation. Because it's a misdemeanor, you're not entitled to a court-appointed lawyer. If you don't already have a lawyer working with you in that case, but you want one, you will have to hire one at your own expense. Your next court hearing on this warrant will be an arraignment hearing July 31st. It'll be at 8:30 in the El Centro Justice Court. I am inclined to release you on your own recognizance. That means you would be released from custody. You would then be responsible for getting yourself to that hearing on the 31st. And once you were out of custody, you would be ordered not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do you understand those conditions, Mr. Young, and do you agree that you'll abide by them if released?
I do, and thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. You can step back and get your paperwork. Seth Key, if you would please work your way into the courtroom. Okay, can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Seth Key, 42882.
Thank you, Mr. Key. I am seeing you here this morning on an out-of-state warrant. It is a felony failure to appear warrant issued by the state of Alabama. Before you were put on a court calendar here in Arizona, Arizona confirmed with Alabama that is a valid warrant. Alabama has indicated that they do intend to extradite you. So they want to come to Arizona and take you back to Alabama. Before you came into the courtroom, did you get a big laminated card to read?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you read through that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Key, your hearing is going to look a little bit different from everybody else's that has already gone. You are going to get two different choices. You'll get two different options, and you'll be asked to make a choice between the two options. I will go over what the two options are. I will give you an opportunity to ask any questions you might have about either option, and at the end, I'm going to ask which option you choose.
Okay.
Okay, the first option you can choose is to waive your right to an extradition hearing here in Arizona and agree to go back to Alabama. If you pick that option, you will be held in custody here in Maricopa County without the opportunity to post bond and get released for up to 30 days to give Alabama authorities an opportunity to come get you. If you pick that option, you're not waiving any rights or defenses you have to the underlying criminal case in Alabama. You are only agreeing to waive your right to an extradition hearing here in Arizona. So in essence, you are agreeing that Alabama can come to Arizona and take you back. Again, you'll stay, if you pick that first option, you'll stay in custody here for up to 30 days without bond. That 30-day time period will start running tomorrow. So day one would be tomorrow, unless you have criminal charges that are not yet resolved in Arizona. If you have unresolved Arizona criminal charges, day one will not be until the day after those local charges are resolved. Okay, option two is you do not waive your right to an extradition hearing. If you pick option two, you are demanding an extradition hearing take place here in Arizona. I would set that hearing for July 28th at 1:30 in the afternoon. In Arizona, extradition proceedings are civil, not criminal. That means you could not have a court-appointed lawyer, but if you picked option two and I set that hearing, you would have the right to hire a lawyer to represent you in the extradition proceedings if you choose to. If you pick that second option and I set that extradition hearing, governor's warrants are then sought by both Arizona and Alabama. Once each governor signs the warrant, that is what allows Alabama to come to Arizona and what authorizes Arizona to release you to Alabama. The process of obtaining a governor's warrant from both governors could take up to 90 days. So if you pick option two, you're looking at possibly 90 days from that first hearing to governor's warrants being signed. If you pick option two, you are bond eligible on the Alabama warrant. Your bond would be set at $15,000 secured appearance. If you picked option two and posted that bond, you would be eligible for release from custody but required to stay in Arizona. If you picked option two and did not or could not post that bond, you would stay in custody that whole 90-day time period until governor's warrants are signed. Do you understand both options, and or do you have questions about either option?
There's no way I can be released today.
The only way you could be released today is to pick option two and then post that bond.
15,000 cash?
It's 15,000 secured appearance, so you could use a bonding company to get it posted. It's not a cash-only bond.
Okay. I guess,
Do you have questions about either option?
yeah, I just don't know what to do. I don't understand why I've got a warrant from Alabama. I haven't been there in over a year.
So I can't help you with not knowing what to do. I can't tell you what to do, but I can try and give you a little more information about the Alabama warrant. It looks like the warrant was issued May 23rd of 2025. The underlying criminal allegation appears to be a failure to appear at a hearing on an allegation involving fraudulent or illegal use of a credit card.
From 2020?
So, yeah, I don't know the date of the underlying offense. It looks like maybe the court case number in Alabama starts with a 2020.
Yeah.
So it looks like potentially their case number is CC 2020-0006130.
I've already been to court on all that. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, that I can't help you with. All I know is I'm seeing you on a warrant that was, like I said, issued 5/23 of 2025. Alabama, as of yesterday, let me make sure it was yesterday, not today. Yes, as of yesterday, confirmed that was a valid warrant, and they are willing to extradite you. So that's all the information I have about the underlying warrant.
All right, I guess, I don't know what to choose.
So that's fine. If you don't know which one to choose, what I will do is I will choose option 2 for you, because if you were to choose option 1, you have to stand before me and say, I understand my legal rights and I'm voluntarily agreeing to give one up and waive a hearing. So if you're not quite ready to make that affirmation and say, I'm willing to waive a legal right, I will select option 2 for you. I will set that hearing. I will impose that bond. If you post that bond, you would be eligible for release from custody. But again, please remember you'd be required to stay in Arizona.
And that bond is not going to lower at any time, is it?
I am not lowering it here today. The only hope that it might be lowered would be through the extradition proceedings, and I don't know whether that judge would lower it or has the authority to lower it. Any other questions? All right. Thank you, Mr. Key. We'll get your paperwork printed for you and we'll bring it out to you. Katrina, can you print it? Officer, can you tell me why 21 DeSoma is not in the courtroom?
Yeah, try to walk away from officers and ID.
Okay. All right. Number 21, Andrew DeSoma, date of birth 4/22/96, is not in the courtroom because he was unable to function in general population and failing to comply with orders of jail staff. He is here on a bench warrant issued by the probation court when he failed to appear at a probation revocation arraignment hearing. He already has a lawyer. His next hearing will be a new revocation arraignment hearing July 21st at 8:30, and he has a $150 secured appearance bond. Number 6 on the calendar, Jason Hegarty, date of birth 12/3/77, is not in the courtroom because he was unable to function in general population due to combative behavior. He is here on an allegation of a new charge. That allegation is 1 count of criminal trespassing in a critical public service facility. It is a class 5 felony. I did find probable cause and I appointed a lawyer to defend him. His next court hearings will be a status conference July 29th and a preliminary hearing July 31st. They'll both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. He will be released on his own recognizance with strict orders not to return to the scene where the alleged trespassing offense took place. If anything changes after I visit either of those individuals' cell side, the court's final orders regarding the conditions of their release will be reflected in their written release orders. Can I have Dimitri Williams into the courtroom, please? Good morning, sir. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Dimitri Williams, 6/14/03.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. You are here on 2 different matters. The first matter that you're here on is allegations of new charges. Those allegations are 3 counts of indecent exposure, 2 of them class 6 felonies, 1 a class 1 misdemeanor. So 3 total counts, 2 felony counts, 1 misdemeanor count. I did find probable cause to support those allegations, and I appointed the public defender's office to represent you. Your next court hearings will be a status conference July 21st and then a preliminary hearing July 23rd. They will both be at 8:30 in the Superior Court downtown. On those new allegations, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond. The second matter that you're here on is an allegation that those new charges violated term 1 of your probation. On the probation matter, I did appoint a lawyer to represent you. Your next hearing in that matter will be a revocation arraignment July 21st. It'll be at 8:30 in the probation court downtown. On the probation matter, you have a $1,500 secured appearance bond. So that means your total bond is going to be $26,500. It is all secured appearance. If you post that and you are released from custody, you cannot return to the scene where the underlying alleged indecent exposure allegations took place. You cannot have contact with any witnesses or co-defendants of those allegations. You are prohibited from possessing any weapons or consuming or possessing any alcohol or drugs without a valid prescription if you are released. Do you understand those conditions?
Can you explain that to me a little bit more with the 26,000 post bond?
So you have to post a bond, total amount of $26,500 in order to secure your release from custody. There are 3 ways to get that posted. One, somebody could go down to the 4th Avenue Bonds and Fines office and post it for you. The second way to get it posted is to use any money on your jail books, if you have any, to self-bond out. The third way you can get that bond posted is to use a bonding company. And if you want to go through a bonding company, back in the jail facility, there's a list of them and their phone numbers posted. You can find one of those lists, call 1, 2, or all of those companies if you want to. They will tell you what their specific requirements are. So if you can comply with their requirements, they'll post that bond on your behalf. You'll be released. If you pick any one of those 3 options and that bond gets posted, you'll be released from custody. You'll then be responsible for getting yourself to all of your court hearings. You will be responsible for complying with all release conditions applicable in your case. If you successfully comply with all of the court's conditions and you attend all of your court hearings until your case reaches disposition, the bond money, if you post it on your own, is released back to you. Otherwise, it's released back to the bonding company if you successfully comply with all of those terms. If you don't post that bond, you'll stay in custody at least until your first hearing on the 21st. MCSO would transport you to that court hearing, and then what would happen after that would be up to the judge you see on the 21st.
Okay.
Any other questions, Mr. Williams?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. You can step back and get your paperwork.
So am I able to go home?
You have to post that bond in order to be able to go home.
Like, Kelly?
No.
How do I do that?
How do you do what?
Posting a bond.
Well, in one of the 3 ways that I just talked about. All right. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Okay, that concludes the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar. This court will stand in recess until 2 p.m.